Hello and welcome to a Packet Tracer tutorial on how to set up static routes. We're going to set up static routes on 3 routers for 3 particular networks. I've already pre-configured a lot of the network, so you'll need to pause the video and replicate what I've done here. Just as the overview, I've got a 2621 router for 3 of them. I've got 3 2960 switches and then 6 computers, 6 PCs. What I've done is I've configured port 1 from each switch into F01 on each router. So F01 from port 1 from each switch into F01 on each router. I've left F00 out and configured. And then I've connected port 2 into each PC, 3 into each PC. So 1 to the router, 2 and 3 out to the PCs. The networks, there's going to be 3 separate networks to enable us to route traffic. There's going to be the 10.0.0 network, the 30.0.0 network, and the 50.0.0 network. The gateway for each network is going to be 10.0.0.1, 30.0.0.1, and 50.0. Oops, where's that gone? And 50.0.0.1. So they're going to be our gateways. So each PC is going to be 50.0.0.10 and 11 there, and it's going to be 255.255.0. And then the gateway 50.0.0.1, that'll be the gateway we're giving our router. Last of all, to enable connectivity between the routers, we're going to go with a 192.168.3 and 192.168.2 on a 252 subnet, a 30 subnet. These are going to be 24s, these are going to be 30s. So you need to pause your video, as I said, and you need to set up the network like I've just done. All you need to do is set up your computers with each of the addresses like shown, and then once you get to that point we can carry on. So for your router, we need to open each router and we need to give it a serial interface. So turn your router off and drag in the WIC1T. And then turn your router back on. This one is going to have a cable coming from this way and a cable coming from this way, so we need 2. Let's turn the router off, drag one in, drag another one in, and then finally another router. If we try to do it when the router is switched on, it won't let us do it, it'll tell us to switch the router off. So turn the router off, drag this in, turn the router back on. So we've added our 3 ports. So now we can add our serial cable in. So here and here. So it'll be from 00. What have I done there? From serial SE00 to put it to S00 on this end. And then 01 on this end to 00 on this end. Then we're going to, this is going to be 192.168.2.1, 192.168.2.2, then 3 network 192.168.3.1, and finally 192.168.3.2. So there's all the ports that we need to configure. So we've already given our computers an IP address, so we've connected all our ports up. So now it's time to start configuring our routers. So if we go to the command line interface, they've just booted up, so we'll say no, enable, and then conft or configure terminal, and then we're into our configure terminal. I'm going to name the switch host name router 1. Okay, first thing I want to do is to interface FA01 with that IP address. So I type in interface FA01, and then I type in IP address 10.0.0.1 on the 255.255.255.0 subnet. Hit enter. No shutdown will turn the port on. Whilst I'm there now, I need to go into, well, I need to exit from that interface, and then I need to go interface SE00, and because we're using the serial DC interface, we need to set a clock rate on each side. So we're going to do clock rate 128,000, and now we're going to give it the IP address, and the IP address for this interface is 192.168.2.1. so it's IP address 192.168.2.1, and it's 255.255.255.252. Yeah, that's right. And no shutdown. It'll show us a state of down until the other side is configured. So we've configured both these, and you can see that the lights are on. So now we need to go to the next one. Command line. I didn't power it on. So go back to the command line. It'll take a while to boot up, but if we press the fast forward time button, come back in. No. Enable conft hostname router 2, and now we need to go to interface FA01, and IP address 30.0.0.1 and the 255.255.255.0 network, and no shutdown. The state comes to up. Then we need to exit that, and we need to go to SE0-0. I forgot to put interface in. And we need to do IP address 192.168.2.2 on the 255.255.255.252 network. And then we will do no shut, and you'll see the interfaces have come up. So as long as we put the IP addresses in and we haven't made any mistakes, any typos, we should be okay. So everything's changed. CVL 00 has changed to up. But we've also got 01, which is this IP address. So we might as well do that while we're there. Exit interface SE01, IP address 192.168.3.1, 255.255.255.252. No, and we'll have to set a clock rate on it. Clock rate 128.12000, and no shut, but it won't show active until we do the other side, which is this side. So we've put in our details on that one, so we can come out of that. And now finally we need to, FA01 needs to be this, and SE00 needs to be that. So no, it's that. Enable conft host name router 3. And now we need to go to interface FA01 IP address 50.0.0.1 255.255.255.0 no shut exit interface SE00 IP address 192.168.3.2 255.255.255.252 no shut, and the interface is going to be up as well, and this red line will become up as well very soon. So we've configured our routers. There might have been typos, I don't know, but we'll find those when things don't ping or networks won't speak to each other. So now we've configured these. Will they speak to each other? Well, we can open up the pinging bar here, I call it, and let's click from here to here, here to here, and you see they've all failed. They'll fail because the networks don't know about each other. So for this network, to see this network, we need to put in all the relevant details. So if I just surround that, so for this network here, to see this 30 network, we're going to have to configure the switch appropriately. So I'm going to have to tell this router about this 30 network, and it gets to it through this IP address. So to do that, I go into the command line again. If I exit out, and I do show IP route, it'll show it knows about the 10 network, which is itself, and it knows about the 192.168.2 network, which it obviously knows about again because it's got an interface there. It doesn't know anything about the rest of these networks. So if I go to conft and I do IP route and I say 30.0.0.0 network, which is 255.255.255.0, and I can get to that 30 network through this IP number 192.168.2.2, and I've added that route in, but I also need to get to this 50 network as well, so I might as well do IP route 50.0.0.0 via 255.255.255.0, and again 192.168.2.2. I get there through that network. So but there is also a third network, which is the 3 network. It's no good telling this particular network that about the 30 and the 50 if I don't tell it about this 3 network that is here. So I need to go IP route and there's the 192.168.3.0 network, which is a 255.255.255.252 network, and I get to it via the same interface, 192.168.2.2. So if I exit out now and I do exit again, oh, I've gone too far, so enable, and I do show IP route. I've got 10 network, 30 network, 50 network, and the 192.168.3 network. So that's been done quite nicely. If I select a new fill color here, and I do this, and one more, okay, so there's the three networks. I now need to configure this network, and basically this 30 network needs to see 10.0.0.0 network, but it also needs to see the 50.0.0.0 network. It doesn't need to worry about the 192.168.3 network because it's directly connected, and it doesn't need to see about the 192.168.2 network because it's directly connected. So I've just got to add the two routes to this one. So let's go. So exit out of this. And let me type in let's do a show IP route. As you can see, it's got its 30 network, the 192, the 68.2 and the 168.3 network, which are directly connected. It doesn't know about 10, it doesn't know about 50. So conf t IP route, and we will be doing 10.0.0.0, 255.255.255.0, and it needs to get to that network through this IP number here. So via 192.168.2.1, and again IP route, but this time we want to get to the 50.0.0.0 network via 255.255.255.0, but this time we need to get to it through this IP address. There's the network, there's the port. So that'll be 192.168.3.2, and it's directly connected to each of these, so it won't be a problem. So I type in N, just get out quickly, and I do show IP route. You'll now see we've got the 10, the 30, the 50, the 2 and the 3. So these two guys know their way around the network completely. So let's have a little test to see if things are working or not. So let's send an envelope from here to here. Failed. From here to here. Successful. If I try it again, from here to here, successful. Don't worry about getting fails, because it's a static route. It needs to learn routes. So the first time it'll fail, the second time it'll do it fine. So as you can see, we're pinging always, everything's happy, but obviously we don't know how to get over to this network. So come into this green network. It needs to know about the 30.0.0.0 network. It also needs to know about the 10.0.0.0 network, but also it's directly connected to the 3 network, but it doesn't know about the 2 network. So we need to go to 192.168.2.0 network. And the only way you can find out about any of these is if it goes through 192.168.3.1. That's the only way it can get there. So what we need to do is we need to go to exit from that. We're in the config, IP root 30.0.0.0 255.255.255.0, and we can only get there through this port. So that's 192.168.3.1. And we need to do IP root 10.0.0.0 255.255.255.0, and again that's 192.168.3.1. Okay, I haven't put in the 2 network, so let's just try it for a moment. So if I ping here to here, it might fail first time while it learns a route. Okay, it's just being stubborn and doing it straight away. Okay, so these can ping each other fine, and then I ping here to here, and it's found its way. So let's have a look. And if I ping from here to here, successful. Okay, so we can't go back the other way, and it'll fail all the time because I've got that one route left to put in. So let's bring our router up, IP route, and we will do 192.168.2.0 network, 255.255.255. Typo 252 via 192.168.3.1, and if I end all of that and I go to show IP route, you'll see that I got the 10, the 30, the 50, the 192.168.2 there now, and the 3, and it is directly connected to some of them, and the 2 network is via, so the 3 network which is on is directly connected, the 3 network is via 3.1. So now if I try pinging here to here, successful, here to here, successful. So now we've successfully set up 3 routers, and we put static routes into every single one. So that was quite a fast lesson. That was quite fast how we did it, but the way when you do static routes, it's secure, it's reliable, but every time something changes on the network, you've got to remember to go in and change each of the static routes. Also, what's fairly straightforward about it is you've just got to put every permutation in. So for this network, to see another network, all you have to do is say this network needs to go to this IP here and see these IP addresses. So you add the route in, and then you also need to say this network, it needs to see those ones, but it needs to go through this IP to get onto this cable to go down, but we need to add the route in for this cable as well. So it's no good just adding this one in. We've also got to add in the subnets that connect, or the IP ranges that connect the serial cables. These didn't have to be serial cables. We could just as easily put in some fibre cables or any other cables of our choice. So I hope you found that useful, and thank you for watching my video.